What is going on? We are back at it again. Game number 2 of the night. Should be a fun, interesting matchup in this one. We're going to go back to the West Coast to see what the real deal is. You already know how we do. Games keep rocking and rolling. And it's going to be interesting to see how it goes down as the Tacoma Eruption faces the Dallas Dragons. Currently 1 game ahead of Tacoma is Dallas, and a victory here tonight will put a little bit of distance between these two teams, both teams trying to fight for that final seed in the playoff set, as it's looking apparent that the top 2 may be set. You never know, but we still have to see what happens with Detroit facing Anchorage, which will happen in the later portion of the season. And you still have Tacoma, and they're kind of on a downswing right now. They're looking to bounce back. Looks like the offense has been having some issues moving the ball down the field consistently. Dane Jones, he needs to step it up here. This is the biggest game of his career in Tacoma, so they need to get it going here. Ryan Davis and Wolf Gold up in here. What's happening? Hope all is well with you. But we're going to go ahead and get this thing kicked off, as I want to go ahead and hit that play game button. Let's go ahead and get it cooking, as we're going to set this one up. We are underway in Dallas. Let's go ahead and do it. It's going to be returned here. There goes Sir Lancelot pushing forward, still getting close to the 30, and that's exactly where they'll mark him. And we are on the move. Let's go ahead and get into it, as I go ahead and once again turn that thing off. Quick pitch by the big homie JD11. He's doing an immaculate job this season so far. Going to be first and 10 coming up. First and 10 here. Gonna be a fake of the handoff, looking for a man. Gonna launch this one as he gets hit and finds his man, but Jerry Riggs could not hang on through contact. And that's gonna make it 2nd and 10 coming up. Almost had him deep, but not to be. Passing it again, looking for a man, goes middle of the field and caught. Rumbling forward, there goes Rocky Butterfingers for his first catch of the game. And you're going to pick up 12 here in Dallas. You see the lime green in the crowd. They're ready to get it popping. As I'm currently watching the Jaguars and Chiefs on the preseason set. And it's going to be a rumble forward. There goes DM5 getting into the mix. Going to be 1st and 10 once again here for Dallas, looking to turn up early. Single back set, and they're going to pass out of it. Quick pitch to the right side, caught, and maybe getting a yard. Not much else. And they're going to hand this one off, finding a crease. There goes DM5 already, juking up to the 20. A gain of 15 here for the young halfback, leading the league in rushing yards, looking to do it again. And that's going to be 1st down coming up. Already in the red zone. Going to pass it here, looking for a man. Steps to his right, finds his man Rocky down to the 5. Another gain of 15 here for Dallas. And that'll take them closer and closer to where they want to be. A great drive here. Going to be passing it here, looking, goes short with it, but he's going backwards and he's going to lose a yard. Great defense overall there from Tacoma, trying to get off of the field here. Second and goal. Gonna hand this one off in the easy 1st down play into the end zone. DM5 getting it in early. He says he needs to catch up on his touchdowns. Everyone else lapping him, but that's going to be an easy play there. And that's going to put Dallas on top early. And right on cue, DM5 in the chat saying, let's effing go. And Dallas is going to strike first. Kick is up and good. There by the big homie Victor Crime. And that's going to make it 7-0 early here in the 1st quarter. Tacoma coming onto the field for the first time. We'll see what they can do. And there's a touchdown by Jacksonville too. I just seen my boy Dennis Duvernay. Let's get it. There's a flag though. Might be on Kansas City on that hit. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Good catch. Good carry. And that was on Kansas City, most definitely. Good job. I love to see it. It's going to be returned here. There goes Tacoma taking the pass to 25-yard line. Yeah, that's a hit to the head. You can't be doing that. And not even touching the wide receiver. You love to see it. But we're going to talk a little bit too much about that. What's your favorite football team in the chat? Because I got my eyes two different places, but it's all good. We got the USFA going on. Tacoma trying to get something cooking, and they're going to start with the pass looking and going to get deflected immediately. Going to be 2nd and 10 coming up. Watch out for that guy right there, TJ Blackman. He was in the chat in the last game, and I'm sure he's going to come pretty soon. Show some love to his team. Going to send the big homie in motion. Going to pass it again. Goes right side and caught. Rumbling forward. There goes their leading receiver, James Peach, having his best season of his career. Going to make it 3rd and 1 coming. And there goes CJ Blackman in the chat, as that appears to be a 1st down play there for Davin Brewer, picking up 2. And it's going to be 1st and 10 coming up here. Let's see what they can do going forward. They need their offense to get right. Staying in the pistol here. And it's going to be a handoff, and once again the Dallas defense ready to slow him down, and it's going to make it 2nd and 9 coming up. It's going to be passing this one middle of the field, and had his man open, but the pass off the mark there from Dane Jones. Could have had the big homie Joe Beasley there running free a little bit, but pass was off. No, it was a handoff to DM5, but you did have some good passes there on that drive, as that is going to be a throwaway, and the defense is going to make it happen from Dallas, getting their offense to football right back. Why did the guy recover it like he was in the end zone? He pulled the ball back from the 1 yard line into the end zone. How is that not a safety? Is that not what a safety is? Like if you possess the ball and then you pull it back into the end zone, does that not make it a safety? Am I tripping? Upgraded a little. I see. Yeah, I'd make sure I put them in for sure. Like, how is that not a safety? That's tripping. I mean, it's on a kickoff, as they're going to send a blitz, and he's going to launch it off the back foot. A la Aaron Rodgers. JD tosses it up to number 15, and it's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Wow, what a pass there. That was the Aaron Rodgers pass right there for sure. And that was a one-handed catch. It's not looking pretty early here for Tacoma, but still plenty of time, as we will see another handoff and another big hole. Gonna try to juke up and gets inside the 15. And that's gonna make it 1st and 10 coming up. Back in the red zone is Dallas. Just give me the rookie of the year. I mean, it's either you or Smoke, my personal opinion. Both of y'all have been spectacular on offense. Long look left side and caught, turn it up, trying to get into the end zone, but gets stopped short. There goes Sir Lancelot with the big play. so it got kicked into the end zone. Just to give clarity, like the ball got kicked into the end zone barely on the Jaguars game. It bounced out barely, and then the kick returner, he went back into the end zone without the football, pulling the football from in play. As we're going to see a carry, and he's going to rumble forward. There goes another touchdown there for DM5, trying to catch up. His second on the game, his second on the quarter. But yeah, like he was in the end zone. He pulled the ball from within play into the end zone with them and then kneeled it down. Is that not a safety? Lancelot has the under the table deal with DM5. Needs to hush those locker room secrets. But regardless of that, Dallas is going to take it. Like, how is that not a safety though? Like, I don't get it. That should be 20-10 in favor of Jacksonville. And I bet they're going to give it to KC. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Getting the 2 points. Hell yeah. Wait. Is it not the 2 points? Oh, there it is. They're giving it 2 points. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dummy. Like, why would you even think of doing that? You got to pick it up and run. Don't pick it up, take it back into the end zone and try to nail it down, dummy. Now, if you caught it within the end zone and then nailed it down, that's a different thing. But nah, you can't be doing that, bro. Can't be doing that. If you pick it up, if it goes out of the end zone, then you got to pick that one up and try to run as much as you can. That's probably going to be the strategy in the NFL now. People trying to kick it barely into the end zone, try to make them do a decision. Make a decision, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to be 2nd and 9 regardless. Here comes Tacoma doing their thing, trying to move up the field. And then Jacksonville gets the ball back. I love to see it, yes. Anytime Kansas City loses, I'm a happy man. Just kidding. I'm not a hater on KC. But when they play Jacksonville, they annoy me. As we're going to see a pass to the left side and caught. There goes James Peach again, the second catch of the day. And it's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. And that boy is gone. Oh, he tripped up. No. Oh, he almost had a kick return for touchdown. Come on, Tank. But it's all good. 1st and 10 coming, going with the read option. Going to find a little bit of a crease, but Dallas's defense is just too strong. How did he trip on? What did you trip on? There was nothing there. But 2nd and 8 regardless. Here comes Tacoma. Looking for a pass. Here's Dane taking off to run and runs into Bear and went for the sack. Third and 13 coming up. Passing it here, looking for a man middle of the field and misses his mark. And once again, the Tacoma offense is struggling as they've given up. I would say at this point, how many points is this? It's going to be 56 plus 14. So 70 straight points given up by the Tacoma defense without a score. As Tacoma's trying to get their offense right in motion. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Is going to see a handoff and run one forward again as DM5, as he's taken over in this game so far, looking similar to the last game we've seen with the big homie. What's the halfback name that was going off? Damn, I had a brain fart right there. Who just played? I had my call and then I got messed up. Anchorage is yeah, there you go. Anchorage is Aju Witten, there you go. But yeah, he's breaking free right now. DM5 says feed the man, as looks like Jacksonville's going to try a 62-yard field goal, and it looks like it is going to curve to the left, so unfortunate. There's going to be a pass there, and it's going to the right side. It's going to be a first down play there for DM5. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. But I'll take a 20 to 10 half right now. I ain't mad at it. Quick pitch and caught. There it goes. Sir Lancelot getting into the mix, getting another gain, and they're going to make it a gain of 8. Empty set. It's going to be passing it quickly to the right side and caught. There goes DM5 again, getting into the passing game. And it's going to be another first down play here for Dallas that Tacoma is allowed. Looked like it was a little bit congested there, but great concentration there from Dominic McKenzie to locate the football and grab it out the air. And it's going to be 1st and 10 again. Shotgun here. They're going to send a blitz, but they're going to pass it quickly to Jerry Riggs, and it's going to make it 2nd and 6 coming. Handoff, pushing forward, and he's going to get slowed down this time around. They're going to make it 3rd and 4 coming up here for Dallas. Shotgun set. Going to pass it again. Looking, throws it short, and he does hang on to it as Rocky Butterfingers in traffic. Doesn't matter. 1st and 10 again here for Dallas as they crack the 30-yard line down to the 27. Handoff, and there goes DM5 again, reaching for the first down, and I'm sure he's going to get it. DM5 on another level. Is this the era of the McKenzie? Is this just a precursor of what's ahead for Dallas football? The young, stout quarterback, JD, DM5 coming into his own, and a slew of wide receivers ready to take your head off. As we're going to see the pass again, throws it short, is going to be caught. There goes DM5 again, wants the touchdown again. And he's down to the 1-yard line, almost had himself his 3rd touchdown of the set, and that could have been a receiving one, but it's right on the 1-yard line. Do they just give it right back to DM5? At this point, I say give it to him. Been the workhorse up to this point as they set up in the shotgun. Or will they try to give it to the big home at JD? Let him get his first. They're going to pass it. Going to look right side, and it is going to be a passing touchdown there by JD11. Reginald Frome catching it. The tight end getting some love. And that's going to make it 20-0 here for Dallas, making it look too easy. And if Tacoma doesn't flip a switch, this could be a 2nd straight shutout. kick is going to be up and kick is going to be good. But the score is definitely 21-0. Second quarter, close to halfway through. We'll see what they can do. Because we're going to see the return to the 27-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. Gonna fake the handoff here. Dane Jones throws off the back foot. Gonna be caught by Joe Beasley. There goes a little bit of offensive firepower there. Great pass on the run. It's gonna be 1st and 10. And it's going to be another pass. Here comes Dame. Quick pitch right side and running straight into a boogeyman. He doesn't punch the ball out, but you always have to watch where 99 is on the field. I don't care what team you are. If you're going up against Dallas, if you see 99 in front of your receiver, probably not the best thing to do to throw it in his direction, because he's looking for another INT. And if he doesn't get that, he's going to light up that ball carrier. As they have him, they're going to send him on the move, and there goes Blackman again. He says, get up off of me, I gotta make a quick play. 3rd and 3 coming. And I already know Blackman in the chat is loving plays like that. Just threw the man off, made the tackle. That's exactly what you want to see from your star linebacker, making plays, as he's once again in the middle of the defense, watching everything. As they're going to fake the handoff, and they're going to send them on the receiving, see them on a receiver that's crossing the field, but their other star defensive player, Weezy Porter, could not get the interception there on the outside. And once again, the Dallas defense just finding more ways to get off the field, and they're going to give JD and the gang another chance to score, as we'll see Brent Skoma here looking to send this one away. Not going to be blocked. And once again, why is it when Preston does it, it's always a roughing the kicker, but when everyone else does it, it's like, oh, it's all right, you know, we'll be all right. I don't get it. But regardless of that, 1st and 10 at the 20 here for Dallas. As I see my boy Jax James up in the chat trying to get up in the giveaway. We got 5 of them currently. Game's just getting started, and we got one more tomorrow after I get off work. Might try to do it as early as I can so I can get to the stats, as he's going to run back a little bit, find his receiver, going to pick up about 3. Yeah, Tacoma's offense, I guess they got figured out, similar to the real life NFL. Like, you keep on doing the same things, eventually the defenses are going to get, you know, more focused on slowing it down. We seen how in the beginning of the season they were really good with the read option. Now they're hardly trying it, and when they even do, it doesn't really get too much, not much as it used to. As we're going to see 3rd and 2 coming up. There goes number 13, Billy Silly, the tight end, making a play. Handoff here, looking for it first. There goes DM5 cutting up, getting to the 35-yard line, and he's going to pick up 7. And he's he's on pace to get another century mark, and we're not even at halftime. Going to be passing. There goes middle of the field and caught. Rushing forward, reaching for the first down is Sir Lancelot, adding on to what's been a solid game for him so far. And that's going to be another first down play there. Again, here for Dallas. Brian Eshelman there with the tackle. One of my favorite linebackers in the league as well. Handoff again, DM5. Not getting too much there. Maybe a gain of 2, as he is currently 19. He's currently 19 yards away from getting the century mark. So we are starting to look dominant on both sides of the ball, most definitely. It's going to be interesting to see, because one of these 3 teams out of Anchorage, Dallas, and what's the other team, and Detroit. One of these 3 teams is just not going to make the playoffs, and Dallas is doing everything in their power to make sure that that's not them. But right now they're looking like a force to be reckoned with. 2nd and 8 here. Gonna be passing it again, launching middle of the field and wide open. There goes Jerry Riggs, a spin move. First down play again as they move inside Tacoma territory, looking like a well-oiled machine. Passing is short, going to DM5, but he's going to get hit in the backfield. As you see right there, Justin Dukes threw 20 passes and made 19 of them. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if that's just how great Dallas's offense looks, or if Tacoma's defense is just on a lull right now, because we could talk about how slow the offense is looking, but the defense hasn't looked too much better. On the Tacoma side of things, it looks like a lot of things need to get reworked, as we're going to see that one swatted. And just as I said how good the completion percentage was for JD, he's going to get one swatted out of the air. My bad on that. Beard on blast in the chat. Now you can blame that on me. 3rd and 12 coming up though. Passing it on the run, and I don't think he got his feet in bounds. They said incomplete, and that was a solid attempt, but it's looking like this will be the first drive of the game where Dallas is not able to get a touchdown or any points at this point. Overall, he still can't be mad at a 21-0 set, if you want to be completely honest with each other, as we're going to see the punt there, the first on the day here for Victor Crime. And this one will go into the end zone. It's going to make it 1st and 10 coming up. Setting up in a full Panther set, and they're going to go with the read option, but hand it off. Rumble into about the 25, and Tacoma's going to call their first time out here. Mr. Davin Brewer up in the chat, what's happening? As we're going to see a short drop back, look in the middle of the field and caught, turn it up, breaks the first tackle, but I'm sure they're still going to count that for TJ Blackman. And that's going to put Tacoma at the 44. We'll see what they do from here. Looks like the Jaguars game is back on. You love to see it. Sending Davin Brewer in motion. They're going to throw middle of the field and going to be tackled immediately. They'll call another timeout. And they'll have no more timeouts left, so I'm assuming they're going to go for the Hail Mary, see what they could do. Mr. Turtz is back in, coming in consistently. I love it when Turtz comes into the games. Just like my son. I have like 3 of them. Quick pitch, left side, and that's not going to be enough for anything right there. As we're going to go ahead and take this one into halftime. And that's going to set up the kickoff. Dallas going to send it back to Tacoma, see what they could do. Going to look for the return, taking a pass to 30 to the 31-yard line. And Tacoma's got to find something here. Pistol formation, almost got TJB offsides, and he's looking to get a sack, not quite getting home. And the tackle once again immediately after the catch. There goes Rocky Ivan, who is up there in the sack leaderboard. Going to be 2nd and 6 coming up. Going to be a handoff here. There goes Brewer, going nowhere. It's going to be 3rd and 6 coming up. Turtz is like, I'm existing in the chat. You're definitely existing. Going to be passing it here. Goes middle of the field and deflected. There goes Wheezy with his 2nd pass deflection of the game. And that's going to make it 4th down. And once again, the Dallas defense just coming out too strong here tonight. Expect this for 2 weeks before I go back to school. Yeah, true that. Make sure you do good at school. Sending this one away. A big boot inside the 15. It's going to be returned there by Wheezy, and he's going to take it to about the 20. And it's going to make it 1st and 10 coming up here for Dallas. Looking to get some more points on the board. Pistol formation coming up, and it looks like it's going to be an adjustment here, sending Rocky all the way to the bottom of your screen. Gonna look for a man quickly. Is going to be caught, and he's going to rumble forward as Jerry Riggs past the 25. It's going to be 1st and 10 going to 2nd and 4. Passing it, goes middle of the field and caught. 1st down play. Gets stuck right at the end there by Trevor Hauser, but it's going to be 1st down regardless. Only 3 incompletions so far in the day here for JD. They're going to try to keep it moving. Handoff again, and this time Brian Eshelman sits him down. A gain of nothing on the play. 2nd and 10. Empty set here for JD, looking for the conversion. Got to get past the 45 to keep it moving. They're going to try DM5 to get to the 41. And it's going to be third and short coming up. Passing it again, looking, goes middle of the field and wide open Billy inside Tacoma territory. And Tacoma sent the blitz, but once again, if you send more people at the quarterback, you leave holes open for the quarterback to throw it to, and that's exactly what happened there. That's going to move it to the 47-yard line. Handoff here, DM5 rumbling forward, and he's going to go ahead and pick up about 5 on the play. Gonna be passing it again. Gonna launch this one to the right side, but that's over the heads of everybody. And that's gonna make it 3rd and 5 coming up. Let me know how I'm sounding. Let me know how the game is looking. It's looking pretty good on my side, as per the stream right here. Gonna be passing it. Looking for a man, goes middle of the field and caught, turning up a juke move, but not getting close. Well, not getting to the 20, I should say. Going to be a solid gain there once again for Jerry Riggs. It will be a first down, however, and I'll take it into field goal range once again. Here comes Dallas. I think I need to up the bit rate a little bit. I think that's really the only thing, because kind of blurry, but I don't know if that's just my quality here. It's going to be passing it, looking for a man, going to get hit, and that's going to be the first sack of the day here for Tacoma. The first bad play for real here for Dallas. Gonna be middle field and caught, getting all those yards right back. And there goes Rocky Butterfingers down to the 3. First and goal coming up. And he's gonna move out a little bit to the right there and then try to make it happen. Looking for another touchdown on the day. JD looking middle of the field, and there goes Sir Lancelot. He says, I got to get mine too. It can't all be DM5, but regardless of that, Dallas is going to go ahead and get another score tonight. "84 straight points allowed here by this Tacoma defense without a score." Faking the handoff here. And I was looking at the wrong game. I ain't gonna lie to you, I was looking at the wrong game. He ripped it. What the fuck? Oh, he ripped it from the receiver. He's running back to a touchdown. Let's go. How was I paying attention? That's a touchdown for Jacksonville, baby. Let's go. That's what I like to see. It's gonna be first and 10 Tacoma. It was like a big pass to the left side there for the Chiefs. He stood up trying to get away, and then the cornerback just ripped it from the wide receiver as he was up and just took it the distance. Just ridiculous. That's nice. As that's going to be a loss of 2. Tried to read option, that ain't gonna work. Pistol formation here for Tacoma, and they're going to go ahead and stretch it out, and he's not going anywhere like that. Rocky Ivan too good. As Davin Brewer got 1 yard for every carry he's done up to this point in this game. If you want to do the count, that's 7 carries, 7 yards. Passing it again, and that's the sack. And that is going to stop this drive. 4th and 21, and once again, Tacoma just does not have their footing with them. Wait, what happened? Is going to see the return there, and is going to make it to the 41-yard line. Wait, what happened? How is that not a fumble recovery? Are they cheesing? They cheesing. Oh hell, they trying to cheese. Okay, yeah, Jacksonville's going to lose. Apparently his knee was down. His knee was not down. That's just nonsense. Going to be passing it again. Looking for a man is JD11. Passing the middle of the field and caught. And there goes Reginald Frome. Taking that one to the 46-yard line. Good defense. As they're going to try the ground game here, and JD11 giving it to DM5. It's going to be 2nd and 3 coming up. It's going to be 1st and 10 here. Nice pass there to the left side. Give me 1 second. right on time. And he's going to doink it off the right side, so not everything perfect in this ball game. Nice catch there for a touchdown regardless. It's going to be 34-0. What's Tacoma's record? They're currently, I want to say 4-5. Oh, no. They're 3-6 now. They're 3-6 now. I have accepted the nickname of Stacks because I'm always looking at the sticks, and 11 looks like sticks. Yeah, you're definitely right. Have said, oh, yeah, I'm gonna call you Sticks then. Looking like a pair of sticks. As he's going to get thrown back on the return. Third quarter winding down. And after this drive here for Tacoma, I'll go ahead and do the giveaway. So I'll give y'all some more time to get more people into it. We got 8, so it's a good amount. But we need more than that. You know what I'm saying? Rubbing together, we start a fire. As we're going to see a handoff, and once again, 1 yard on the carry, as that is going to be the end of the third quarter. Throw your fours up in the chat. Last one of the evening. Got one more game tomorrow, so make sure you watch out for that. A short drop back, quick pitch right side, and no one home. Therefore, Tacoma's quarterback. Now it's 3rd and 9. Going to be another short drop back, looking right side, and going to be caught. And there goes Jamari Ramses there on that one. Going to be passing it here, looking to throw it away. 9 for 17 on the day. Handoff, no, it's fake. Looking for a man, and he's gonna get it. I'm doing commentary at 2 different games. It's confusing me, but Jacksonville moving down the field. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm double line right now. Quick pitch left side and caught. Pushing forward, and that's gonna be 15 extra yards. They're on Chester Owens, and that's going to put Tacoma inside the 35. So that does get Tacoma in range to potentially get some points here. I got the volume down, and I'm so used to looking at football that I'm missing out on the play. It's going to be a drop back here, looking, and it's going to be caught once again by Jamari. And he's going to push forward to the 23-yard line. So Tacoma's now in place to get some points here. Now it's up for them to do it. Will they break the streak? Is that's going to be a flag, taken back 5 yards. So right now they're currently at 90 points, given up without a score. $56 to Huntington Beach and 34 tonight against Dallas. They've yet to hit the end zone since. That's not playoff caliber football, if I do say so myself, as that is going to be caught. That'll push them inside the red zone for the first time in quite some time, honestly. I don't think they got into the red zone against Huntington Beach. This be their first time in probably the last 3 weeks where they were able to potentially get some points here. but Dallas is kind of letting up on defense. As we're going to see a handoff here, pushing forward, and gets to about the 11. Dallas trying to hold them away from points, trying to keep that streak going. And they're going to go ahead and stretch it out to Brewer, who's going to push forward, and one of his better carries of the day. Going to get about 2 yards. Send a man in motion, then tried to read option, makes one man miss a juke move and fumbles the football, and it gets worse for Tacoma. No points coming here, and Tacoma had it, and Dane Jones fumbled the bag literally. That is tough, and the streak continues here for 90 straight points given up, as they're going to hand it off to DM5, taking it to the 21, and that's unfortunate there. Going to hand this one off again, first down play. And it's going to make it to about 125 rushing yards there for DM5. 2 TDs, can't be mad at the day. It's going to make it 1st and 10 here for Dallas. One more touchdown to make it 40. An extra point to make it 41, so I'm sure that's what they're shooting for, along with burning some clock. Going to be another handoff, and sheds off the man, and there goes DM5 breaking away. He says, "Get up off of me." Touchdown, Dallas. This kid number 5 is good, man. I don't know what to tell you. Sheds off 2 tackles and just keeps it pushing. Someone clipped that. Oh yeah, I was supposed to do the giveaway. Yeah, that is true. I can do that now. That's the second time I did it today, but I've been so distracted. It is what it is. We're gonna get that spin going. You know what I'm saying? I guess we have 25 TPE. Yes, we do. And it looks like the winner for the second straight time, it looks like it's going right back to Ryan Davis. He's going to pick up 30 TPE today with just by hitting the giveaway. Huh, interesting. Good job there by Ryan Davis. Yeah, who won the last game? Yeah, I didn't even do it the last game. I spent it afterwards, and it was him. So yeah, for the second straight time, it's going right back to Oleg Crusher. So I'll go ahead and copy the text here and just add a 2 in front of it. It's going to be passed, and TJ Blackman dropped the gimme. 2nd and 10 coming. Second and 10 coming up here. Passing it, looking for a man, and throws it away. 3rd down and 10 coming. Yeah, Dominic McKenzie, I'm looking in the Dallas chat right now. Is this a career game? It might be, as we're going to see a pass middle of the field and caught first down play, getting them past the 40. That's going to make it 1st and 10 again. Single back set, short drop back, looking, goes right side and another throwaway. Second and 10 coming up. Short drop back again. Will be another throwaway. Yes, it will. As Dane Jones completely indecisive right now. Not trying to stand up to the pressure. No. As you're going to see another pass, fill the field, and it is going to be incomplete. Could not hang on through contact. And it's going to be 4th down once again, forced by this Dallas defense. Looking too good. Looking for a bounce, and they surely will, down to the 6-yard line. Just because you're not in enough giveaways. Got to come to all of the giveaways, or whenever you can. A lot of times I just tell people, if you can get in a giveaway, just try to find a way to get the exclamation point USFA in. It takes no more than 5 seconds, and if you can't watch the rest of the game, at least you have a chance, you know? As we're going to see another handoff, there goes Jacoby Cobb, who wants some touches. And that's going to be his first of the day, taking it to the 21-yard line. Going to be another handoff. There goes DM5, and he is over the 200-yard mark. The double century game, and that should emphatically put Dominic McKenzie as the first halfback this season to crack 1,000 yards rushing. So congratulations to him in the chat for sure. As he's going to set up 2nd and 2, might as well give it back to DM5, but he's going backwards on that one. Going to be 3rd and 4 coming. Not 100% sure, but that might be the first 200 rushing game of the season. I could be wrong. Might be 1 or 2 extra ones, but I can't recall one off the top of my head. So got to give DM5 the player of the game, my personal opinion, as we're going to see a pass middle of the field and caught. Easy 1st down play, and the clock will continue to roll. And Justin Duke, he deserves his flowers as well. Only 5 incompletions all game long, over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's had himself a great game as well. Got to give credit where credit is due. Dallas is balling. As they have Jacoby Cobb there in the backfield, might give DM5 a little bit of a rest. And they didn't give it to Cobb all game long, as they're going to try the handoff. He goes nowhere. There goes Carlton Rhodes there with the tackle. And they're going to hike it right before the 2-minute warning, give it back to DM5, who wants another big carry, and he's going to get past midfield. Over 225 now, I'm pretty sure. Just ridiculous game here for Dominic McKenzie. And I think he owes the offensive line at least 3 dinners after this game. One of very few halfbacks to ever join the USFA to get over 200 rushing yards in a game, as he's going to get even more, but there is a flag, so that's going to take that back thanks to Billy Silly. This isn't the United Bowl or anything like that, nothing close to it, but a game like this is definitely a feel-good one for Dallas, who is still in the number 4 seed, all things considered, but it's definitely a game that's going to help them out and potentially getting back in the playoff race, as we're going to see another handoff, finding a crease, rumbling forward, gets right back past midfield, and is going to make it 2nd and 10 coming. 230 rushing yards, just ridiculous. Can he hit 250? And off here again, cutting against the grain, getting another 3, 233 rushing yards, and gonna let the clock rumble, probably have one more play out of this, and then we could go ahead and take it to the bridge. Shotgun set. And why not give him another chance? He's been working. He's going to get a little bit more. Still falling forward to the 31, and he is 3 yards shy. That is unfortunate. Almost had 250. They're not going to give him another chance, unfortunate, but a great game. Dominic McKenzie, if we had a player of the week, it would be hard for me to say that it doesn't go to DM5, as they set up in the shotgun, but they're going to let the clock rumble. 41-0 is your score, and what was yet another beatdown towards the Tacoma gang. And we got to check out the stats, my mans. 563 total yards to 150. That's just destructive. I couldn't even think of a word to describe how ridiculous that is, but you see right there, Dallas with over almost 33 minutes worth of offense in comparison to 15 given to Tacoma. Just ridiculous, man. As Justin Duke, 30 for 35, 307, 3 TDs. Dane Jones, 13 for 26, 141 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. And the longest pass of the day goes to Justin Duke there for a 55-yarder. Dane Jones had a 21-yarder. Rushing wise, as you already said before, 24 for 247, 3 TDs, averaging a first down a carry. One of the first times that's happened this season. I think a couple of the halfbacks that had over 15 carries had over 10, so that's definitely a good job there. Davin Brewer, 10 for 17. Dane Jones, 3 for 3. Jacoby Cobb, 2 for 15. One fumble on the day there by Dane Jones. Broken tackles, you see right there, Dominic McKenzie with 4, but it felt like 40. And he also had the longest carry there for a 70-yard destructive force right there. Receiving wise, here for Dallas, 9 for 125 yards and 2 TDs there for Sir Lancelot, also having himself a big game there. Rocky Butterfingers, 5 for 55. Dominic McKenzie, 5 for 40. Jerry Riggs, 5 for 47. Reginald Frome, 4 for 23 and a touchdown. Billy Silly, 2 for 17. Drop wise, Jerry Riggs had 1. But outside of that, a pretty clean game overall for the offense. As you see, Sir Lancelot, the 55-yard bomb, the longest of the game by either team. And you see right there, only 3 different players had a reception here for Tacoma. It was James Peach, Jamari Ramses, and Joe Beasley. Peach had 6 for 79. Ramses had 4 for 32, and Joe Beasley only 3 for 30. As you see right there, that's just the defense coming out strong here for the big homies. As we're going to see right here, the one drop there by Peach, and the longest catch goes to Beasley there for a 21-yarder. Defense here for Tacoma, Trevor Hauser led the way with 11 tackles, and most of that was him getting beat by the receiving crew and just trying to make up. So, but he'll take the tackles nonetheless. Brian Eshelman, 9 tackles, along with his rookie linebacker mate, Coco Raccoon. Patrick McGowan, John Carter, and Carlton Rhodes each had 7. Jay Money had 6. King Maximus and Nikaj Naslo had 4. Kaiser Washington, Jacob Copeland, and Alpha Wolf had 3. Najee Wyatt had 2. Ronnie Shanahan III, Jack Davenport Jr., and Rocco McGlovin each had 1. Tackles for loss, Eshelman had 2. Rhodes, McGowan, Hauser, and Carter each had 1. Nikaj Naslo, the only sack on the day here for the Tacoma. No interceptions, only 2 pass deflections, 1 by Raccoon, 1 by Money. And that should be all the defensive stats there, and it is. And on the other side, the leading tackler will be Gus Lake and Andrew Grigley, each with 7. Raven Kenobi and Mitchell I had 5. TJ Blackman had 4. Carson Cutbirth had 3, along with Jackson Storm. Rocky Ivan, Thad Castle, Billy Silly, and Baron Went had 2. Cody Lawrence, Chester Owens, Victor Crime, and Wheezy Porter had 1. Tackles for loss, Ivan, Castle, and Grigley each having 1 apiece. Baron Went and Gus Lake each had a sack apiece. No interceptions on either quarterback, so no takeaways on that side. No takeaways at all, actually, as Wheezy Porter with 2 pass deflections, Chester Owens and TJ Blackman had 1. And honestly, all 4 of these should have been INTs. They were all right there. Should have been done. Oh yeah, there was 1 turnover. Baron Went forced a fumble. And then Andrew Grigley recovered it for 8 yards. I forgot about that play, but yeah, definitely happened. And that's all the defensive stats there. Kicking wise, no field goals by either team, but Victor Crime was almost perfect. He's going to knock through 5 points out of 6 attempts there for extra points. Let's see. Brent Skoma, 6 punts, 298 yards, averaging almost 50. Victor Crime only had 1 punt for 45 yards. And you see right there, Skoma had great punts there, 3 inside the 20, as you can see right here, but didn't really help him too much, right? Kick return wise, Sir Lancelot, 1 for 32. James Peach was very busy on the kick return side of things, averaging 27 on 7 kick returns. Punt return wise, Wheezy Porter, the only one getting punt returns here, and he's going to average almost 6 on 4 attempts. As we go into the scoring summary, all Dallas in this one. Dominic McKenzie with the pair of touchdowns in the first. Reginald Frome, he's going to get his touchdown in the second to make it 21-0. Going into the third quarter, Sir Lancelot got a pair of touchdowns to make it 34-0. And then to close out the game, Dominic McKenzie with the knockout punch, 70-yard bomb midway through the fourth quarter to make it 41-0. So we'll go ahead and wrap this one up, and we have one more game tomorrow, so make sure you watch out for this one. It's a big one in the Eastern Conference. The number 1 and the number 2 seeds going at it. Should be a fun ride as always, and I'll go ahead and talk to you then. I try to do it as early as I can. Should be off around like 6 o'clock Eastern, so if I can try to get back home by like 7, try to see if we get by 7:30ish. So I'll talk to you then. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll go ahead and talk to you later. You better watch out for DM5 though. That's all I gotta say.